Uh, all right. I was just setting up my range scalper. Yeah, I was just setting up my range scalper. This is not Ninja Trader. This is the platform that I'm working on. I'm working with Rhythmic right now. So, and I'm working on a section called Auto Trader. Some like strategies that I use: opening drive, uh, range bar scalping, like we're going to be doing today on the ES. I'm going to be trading the ES. The ES, I think, is a little bit better to show people how the strategy that I'm going to be doing today, you can apply it to the NQ very easily. Okay. Actually, if you look at the video on the website, and also it's down in the description too, if you look at it, how I passed 5 evals, strategy to pass 5 evals. That's the strategy I used on the NQ. Uh, and that was before the Middle East conflict and stuff started. So it was pretty decent. I was using a 32 range bar, but right now I'd probably use maybe a 36 or a 40 range bar, to be quite honest, because the market can move. Let's go over some of the market levels. This is my platform right here that I'm working on. I'm going to be going over the market levels in the morning on my platform. I'm hoping to get this released next month. I got to go through multi compliance. There's a bunch of other stuff I got to go through, but yeah, not all of it is just writing code and having fun building stuff. There's actually business crap I got to deal with Rhythmic, but hey, it is what it is. So yesterday we had a nice P-shaped profile. As you can see, what a P-shaped profile is like a P-shape. It just kind of goes around into a P. I got to fix that drawing on my platform. It works on a order flow bar, but it has a nice little distribution of volume up top and then a thin tail. That's a P shape. So that is definitely bullish. And also that yellow line right there, that was the VWAP from yesterday. So yesterday we held the VWAP uh, right after, I think it was around 10 o'clock. Uh, it was yesterday. Yeah, I was looking for an opening drive yesterday. The opening drive strategy, the auto trader did not kick off anything, but the range scalper did. So, but let's look at previous day's high. Previous day's high is the green line. That was 74.58. These are levels you want to write down. Okay. I know I'm showing you the ES. You can write this down for the NQ, for gold, or whatever you trade. You want to look at these levels because it is important. So yesterday's previous day high was 74.58 and previous day's low was 73.76 right down in here. Okay. The red line was the previous day's low. Now, the blue lines are the value area high, value area low. These are just areas that when you get outside of them, the value area high, okay, that means the value is pretty high. And if you get down below the blue line, that means the value is low. That's just basically some very basic knowledge that everybody should know when you're trading this type of trading, like order flow or even just market structure in general. So the value area high was 74.53 from yesterday. Value area low was 74.16. But the main four things that you absolutely need to write down or put into a note or put it on your chart is the previous day high, 74.58 for the ES, and previous day low, 73.76. And the overnight high, this is what the overnight session did. Overnight high is 74.69 and 3/4. I don't do do the quarter increments. I just give you a whole number. Sometimes I might just say 74.70 just to be, it doesn't need to be exact. So the overnight high was 74.69, and the overnight low, this right here, is 74.07. These are levels that you need to look at, and they are important because look at this, the value area low right here from yesterday up in this area right here. As you can see, we ran up, we came to the value area high in the previous day's high, which is right here, and we bounced and we ran down. Value area low, and we're down up in this area right here. Value area low, overnight low. So when I think I'm getting a cold or something. when so I might not be talking very much today. So when the market opens up in about 9 minutes, you need to be looking at these levels. I might call them out. I might call them out. I'm going to have it onto a little window right here off to the side. All right, so this is what I have. Okay, this window right here, this is a 5 minute. Let me go over here. This is the 5 minute. I'm trading a funded account. This is a 5 minute. I definitely look at a 5 minute for the context of the market. Right now, we're just in a big channel. I mainly look at the numbers down here, what the delta is doing, the percentage, and the volume. Okay, and also I am doing some updates for the NinjaTrader add-on. They should be released. Well, they will be released next week. So Monday, I'll be back late Monday. So over the weekend, I'm going on a small trip over the weekend. So I'm going to try and get this released so you'll have it Tuesday. But what we're doing is you have an order flow bar moving average. This is a fast order flow bar moving average. These are just proprietary numbers that I came up with. It basically has it uses Heikin-Ashi data and a smoothed out exponential moving average. That's just basically what those numbers are. And then we have what's called a slow and fast. The yellow line is the fast order flow bar moving average, and the blue is the slow. Basically, when you are below both of them and they are spreading apart like this, that would be bearish. Okay. And then once you start coming down here in consolidation, you'll see that they start coming back together. A lot of times I will use this just to make sure that I'm in the right direction. Now, this is the we got about 6 minutes. This is ES June contracts. ES M6, that is the June contracts. What I am doing, again, we have the moving average. That is the fast. We got the slow. I think that's incorrect. The yellow should be. Yeah. So that wording, that's off. Order flow bar moving average slow, that's off. I need to change the wording on that. Okay. Yeah, I need to change the wording on that. Don't look at the slow. The slow should be the first. Show Heikin-Ashi smooth moving average. Yeah. Okay, and we got about 5 minutes to the open. This right here, of course, I have a volume profile and I have a delta profile on the right here. So my settings, I am going to be trading the ES today. I use a 5 minute just to give me the context what the market is. Also, what we just went over is the market levels. I'm looking at them over here. That's on my own custom platform that should be released next month, hopefully. Um, and I'm just looking, and that's all I use. I'm just looking at the market levels, and I'm using a 5 minute and a range bar for the ES. Now, for the ES, these are my settings. Your settings are going to look different because I'm on version 1.3.1. I changed some things up. We have delta volume section here, delta percentage volume. You have delta persistence settings. All this is in the education of the website of the install and configuration. Okay, so big trades, range. Range ticks need to be outside. I need to move that. To do move. What is it? Range ticks. Okay, in the settings. I was working on the settings last night. I did quite a bit last night. I'll show you, but bubble mode. I'm only doing one order. I'm not doing aggregated, and large volume of 50 for the ES. For the NQ, when you do one order, I set to like 30. The imbalance level, stacked imbalance. This is going to be different from broker to broker, from data connection to data connection, because we are using Chicago paper trading for Rhythmic. That's what I'm using. Uh, Sometimes, like on my platform here, the settings are different. Stacked imbalance, 3 and 2. Okay, settings are different from platform to platform, from broker to broker. Your different data connections. It's just the way it is. When you're trading these paper trading in these prop firms, these numbers, I mean, you're not getting real data. Let's be honest. You're just using free demo data. So they aggregate these numbers, they drop them, they do all kinds of crap. So, but this is what I'm using. The imbalance is 4 times more buyers or sellers than buyers and levels of 3. That is what I have. Sometimes you might have to put this down to 3 to 2 or 3 to 3. You are going to have to move that around and figure out what is the good settings for you. Tick merging. I'm not tick merging the ES. I'm not volume profile tick merging. This profile tick merging, I'm not doing level 2 data. We're not even using that. Okay, that's for the bid and ask over here. We're not even using that. So that's what I'm using. This right here, I coded this last night. This is just a little window. I'm testing things out. It seems like it's pretty nice. As you can see here, this little window right here. Okay, this can be moved around. This is version 1.3.1. This should be released. Well, it will be released next week. Okay. Hopefully I can get it out Monday night when I get back home uh, from my trip over the weekend. Hopefully I can get this out. If not, I'll have to wake up early. So check. If it's not out Monday night, check it early Tuesday, like around 8 o'clock in the morning, and it'll be out. Basically, this is the previous bar. Okay, if you look down here on the 5 minute down here, on the 5 minute, if you look down here on the bottom right, you'll see the 5 minute. That's what the bar looked like, a little tiny hammer, kind of like what that looks like. Okay, they're kind of side by side. They're not going to be going off the high and low. Okay, this is not going to be like a little mini chart. For my platform that I'm looking to build, it possibly will be. This just gives me direction. Right now we're at 3.6 contracts, 35,000 contracts, 4% delta, 7%, I mean, 10%, 400. So it just gives me some good market direction. All right, I got to pay attention to my opening drive. I don't need to engage it yet. Just wait until the market settles, folks. I don't even engage my opening drive at 9:30. I wait until like 9:32, 9:33. All right, we're coming off the value area low. We're just right at the value area low from yesterday. As you can see right here, we're right at the value area low, right up in here. Value area low, we're just right up in this area. I don't know what that is. That could possibly. Why is that doing? That's a little strange. What the heck is that? I'm just looking at my my platform. I'm just wondering. I better pay attention. 9:31. I need a countdown timer. All right, we're selling off on the 5 minute right here. We're selling off on the 5 minute. Uh, about 315 contracts, aggregated volume, about 300, 400 aggregated volume. 41 of it was single order on the 5 minute. Uh, we've broken the value area low from yesterday. We're going down to the overnight lows. We're getting ready to test the overnight lows. Overnight lows on ES 7407. Alrighty, let's engage that thing. Let's see what it can do. Hopefully I got everything right. Yeah, 76 opening drive 3 3. Yep. Okay, we'll see what happens. Uh that's on an eval. All right, we came close to the overnight lows of 7407 on ES. We're just kind of holding it off. You got some large contracts right up in this area right here. You got 300, 400 aggregated volume on the ES. If you look up here on this window right here, if you look up right here, if you look right here, this is a little tiny window that is a 5 minute bars right there. As you can see, we're about 1.4 thousand negative delta. We're about 20, 30,000 contracts. 4% of the volume is negative delta. 4%, 4.5% of the volume is negative delta. So it's definitely to the downside. It's on this current 5 minute. It's definitely being pushed down. You got 300, 400 aggregated. You got two bubbles. 315 aggregated volume, 397. So you got about 700 aggregated volume that is selling on the ES. That is not retail trading. That is institutional activity. You don't have retailers slinging around that size. Now later on, yeah, that 5 minute. What are you talking about? That is green. All right. These are just some updates that I did last night. I'm on version 131. You could be on a different version, folks. You could be on a different version. All right. The opening drive took a trade. I don't know why. I need to shut that thing down. That is incorrect, you mother effers. That's incorrect. I don't know why my code could be a little bit off there, folks. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. My code's a little off. I thought it stopped you. Stopped. But it went back in. You mother effer. Okay. This is why you do this stuff on eval, testing these trading bots. You do them on a friggin' evaluation, man. Yeah. Maybe I should have done this on micro contracts instead of minis testing this trading bot thing. Ain't that a bunch of horse shit? But it is what it is, folks. We're holding off the value area lows. I gotta close that thing out. That thing was just horrible, man. All right, let me focus. I need to test that trading bot on a friggin' micro. Um, I think I know what happened. Yeah, I gotta test that thing on a stinking the opening drive. The opening drive. It took a trade. I don't know why it took the trade. This my code's a little bit off. Range scalper. I'm just gonna go to the range scalper. I know that one works really good. At least it should. All right, let's focus. So we're still down here at the value area lows. Got about 20% negative delta on the current 5 minute. As you can see right here, this is the current 5 minute. This little window right up here up top, this is the current 5 minute. We're coming right, we can't get above these big 700 aggregated sellers. That's the problem. We need to get above those aggregated sellers right there. current 5 minute. We're on RTH hours right here. We're going back. Are we going back to test the overnight lows is 7407 on the ES. What I'm looking for stacked selling balances, okay? But I'm looking for the market to settle down first. We got a buying balance right here. But it's not looking good just because uh these moving averages, the fast yellow line needs to be sloping upwards, kind of like it needs to be. If there was a buying balance up in this area, that's fine. There's a buying balance right here, but those moving averages are sloping down and they're separated in the wrong way, in the wrong direction. They need to be like this. We're not looking for the whole move. We're looking for a part of a move. Like if there was a buying bounce, like right up in here, then yeah, you go ahead and get in. Also, you got to look and make sure the 5 minute is green and the delta is green. That's what I'm looking for right here. Both these numbers to be green. The delta and the delta percentage to be green. So my opening drive, I tested it on a mini. I should have tested that thing. I should have tested that scalper on the micro instead of a mini. But the opening range, hopefully my little range scalper. This is the range scalper right here. Hopefully it can make the money back the opening range bot that I coded, which kind of did me wrong. Oh well. I think I know why. I think it was my fault because I closed it out and I thought I stopped it. Yeah. We got some aggregated sellers right here. See these large sellers right here? Those are 300, 400. Those were aggregated sellers right at the open. Okay. So we're down here at the overnight lows. We already went over, as you can see right here, we got the overnight lows at 7407 on ES. We're looking to go ahead and test that. Okay. We're just looking to test that. You got current 5 minute 200 negative delta, 1% of it is negative of the volume. As you can see, this little window right here. Previous candle was, previous 5 minute was negative. Of course, you can see it right here. Ah, the heck was that? All right. This is not. Come on, man. How was that range scalper? I don't know. This thing is a big pain in my butt. This thing right here. I'm thinking about ripping that thing out. People are going to have to use the Ninja Trader ATM. Uh, that thing was a big pain in my butt. I don't know what the heck that was. That was a big pain in my butt. That thing is a pain in my butt. I think I'm going to rip that thing out. I know somebody wants that take profit stop loss, but I'm telling you, man, this thing is a pain in the ass. The code to deal with Ninja Trader. I have it on my own personal platform and it's working fine. it's a big pain in my ass. This thing right here, trading. This whole thing, I'm going to stinking rip out, man. I am tired of it. It's wasting too much of my time. I know somebody wanted it. It and it seemed to be good, but man, this thing is a big pain in my ass. The orders seemed like it. All right, I need to focus. Screw you, Ninja Trader. It's like the speakers went order field, order field, order field. It's like what? It sounded like it did 100 order fills, man. It's like, no, I don't need the audio. I know when I'm stinking. I gotta cut that out. I don't know. All right. We're down here at the overnight lows. We're selling off. We had a sell and bounce right here. This was actually a good one if I wasn't all pissed off at Ninja Trader. I need to trade my own platform. I hate Ninja Trader. This thing has been a big pain in my ass. Um, we had a sell and bounce right here. Moving averages are separated. Um, the only thing is I don't like all these wicks on the 5 minute, but if you did get in on that, I mean, you could easily gotten yourself about $100 on that trade. Um, That's the kind of stuff that I'm looking at. Let's not look at the delta here. Let's look at solid candles. Uh, I kind of like having the delta, to be quite honest. Yeah, Ninja Trader is built on old tech. Ninja Trader, okay, let me reiterate. Ninja Trader is built on old technology. It is 22 years old. We got some big, huge wicks on the 5 minutes, folks. This is just up down movement that's gone bonkers. Ninja Trader is 22 years old. It's built on old technology. They've never really updated their framework. They do updates, but uh, I know some people don't. A lot of people don't know this, but it's built on like DirectX 9, Windows Presentation Foundation. It's just an old platform. It's been around for ages, for 22 years. It's a pretty solid platform as far as for a nice stable platform. It's just not as fast as I like it. Um, I look at the 1 minute. We got like an ATR of 5 on a 1 minute. Okay, now I flip over to the 15 minute on my platform. Let me up. Okay. 950. Also, I'm running. Here's the thing, folks. I'm running stinking Ninja Trader on parallels. Okay, because I'm on a MacBook. I'm running Ninja Trader on parallels. Look at all these stinking wicks, man. What is this news? It's got to be news, man. It's got to be stinking news. It's got to be stinking news, man. All right. All right. All right. Shut off. Shut it off. Shut it off. Range scalper took a trade. It got me back on the stupid. Oh my God. Come on, man. All right. Stay out of the market. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Just stay the hell out. We got some news or something that just hit. This is exactly what I'm looking for, okay? But I just don't like this. You got buy and bounce, you got buy and bounce, and you're looking to go up, okay? And you start taking some profits up in here. But the thing about this, I don't know what the heck this was, but this is a move. Yeah, when it moves like this, you best thing to do is just to wait until the dust settles. My range scalper took a trade. Okay. My range scalper did take a trade. Here's my own personal platform. The range scalper did take a trade. Okay. It took a trade. This one, it took a trade. Do. The range scalper took a trade. There was a buy and bounce right, right up in here, and it took the profits up in here. Okay. So the range scalper worked. I know it worked because I've been using it. But as soon as news hit, I just auto trader stopped. I just stopped it, man. I just stopped it. I had to. I do not like trading stuff like this. What kind of news just hit? Iranian official denies reports that Iran's supreme leader said that uranium must stay in Iran. Okay. And they don't, they probably don't know that. I mean, seriously, man, you've got these you got these news institutions just throwing shit out there. You got the AIs writing stuff, just throwing shit out there. They don't know what the heck is going on. Remember when I said this has got to be news? It's got to be news, and it is. Okay, and it is. I just don't like trading this kind of crap, man. I just like a nice, steady market, to be quite honest. I really do. All right. Friggin'. All right, that's the kind of stuff that I do. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that we do like to see. Um, wonder if I can come back here. We're getting ready to break. All right, we're up here. We were at the overnight lows. Now we're up in this area. We're at 74.38. I don't know why that's doing that. Come on, man, get out of there. Why are you giving me boxes? Oh well. I'll deal with that code later. Okay. Um, yeah, this is what I like to see, but not with the news. Okay, we got a buy and bounce right here, but these moving averages, I don't like it because his moving average, the yellow needs to be up like this. Okay, this is why you need to stay away from news trading. Okay, hold on. Let me reiterate because I do news trading, like red folder events. I don't like stuff like this that comes right out of the blue. Okay, and it happens constantly, man. Now you got to sell and balance. Now you got to sell and balance. If you want to get in here, you put your stop right up here. Okay. But I do not like trading these because it whipsaws around. I want the dust to settle. I want the dust to settle. Find out what the heck is going on. Plus, if you're trying to short, you got to think about all this. You got all this positive delta right up in here. You got 500 single order contracts, 500 single order contracts. Okay. You got 375 aggregated contracts right here on this current 5 minute. You got all these. You got buyer. You got 350 sellers, but you got mostly buyers, and you're trying to short. Okay. These are institutions that are going to defend their position more than likely. I mean, you might get a short back down. You might get a short that goes back down. We don't know. All right, so I gotta write myself some notes. I think the reason my opening range trader took a trade, but problem is I thought if I manually shut it off, I can manually manage the trade, but it seems like it has the stuff stored in memory. Okay. Like if you're in this short right here, I mean, you got down to 150 bucks. I just don't like taking this kind of stuff. We got big positive delta right here. You got that 350 seller right there. You got that 350 seller right there. Uh, I was hoping this would be a good teaching session, but I need to wait until this market settles down. All right, previous 5 minute, obviously, if you look here up at the top of the window, it's obviously green because we just had positive news with Iran and they just want to run the market up again. Right now, we're kind of like this 5 minute candle on this window right here. This window I coded last night. Okay, this window right here, kind of like a spinning top. And as you can see right here, it is kind of like a spinning top. The thing is, we got a buy and balance right up here on the 5 minute way up here. Okay, and they're getting absorbed. Okay, we got about 500 positive delta. As you can see right here, you got positive 500 delta. But the thing is, out of 26,000 volume, 27,000 volume, only 20 some percent of it was positive. As you can see here, it just kind of flipped to the spinning top candle right there. Okay. That is good, but the market, it's news driven, man. And these types of markets is extremely, extremely difficult to trade. I mean, I got lucky because my range scalper right here, my range scalper, uh, auto trader stopped. Okay. It took a trade, it got me positive. It made back some of the money that opening range trade. I don't think it was opening range trader's fault. I think it was mine. Because I manually closed the trade and then I stopped it and then it got me into short where its stop would be. And I think it's the way that I wrote the code. I mean, it's completely my fault. I mean, I know it is because I wrote the stinking code. Um, all right, we got about 12,000 positive delta in the current 5 minute. Um, we're right in between. If you look at all this, man, if you look at all this, we're right in between. We got the value area low, value area high. Um, these little gray boxes, I gotta get rid of them. Um, Got about 11% positive delta in the current 5 minute. I need to have a countdown timer for the 5 minute. I need to put a countdown timer up here on this window. And you can move this window around. Um, all right. Can we just get this Iran crap handled, man? I had to trade through a tariff war with this president. Now it's freaking Middle East conflict with this president. Jeez. It's not that I hate Trump. It's just I mean, I hate them all. Democrats and Republicans. I hate them all. I don't mind news when I know it's coming. And I've been caught on the good side of it. I've been caught on the bad side of it. Got the 5 minute is bullish. We're up here at the highs right here. We're going to value. We're going to previous day highs. The previous day highs is right here, folks. Previous day highs is right here. This is previous day's highs. 74.58 is the previous day's high. Right now, we're just kind of flatlining on the 6 range bar on the ES. We are flatlining. That is not what you want to see. The range scalper would have taken a trade. Okay. This is my personal platform. We've got the moving averages right here. As you can see, they are separated. The fast is moving up. The slow is moving up. We had a buy imbalance right here. We closed above it. You can get in here, get out up in this area. I mean, that would be roughly about $100. Uh, that would be fine. I need to wait until this new stuff goes away again. Um, all right, we got about 4% on the current candle. You got to be careful with these previous 5 minutes. I know the moving averages are sloping upwards on the 5 minute, but you got a spinning top candle right here, wick on the top and the bottom, and the close with a small body. You got right here. It looks like on the previous 5 minute, as you can see right here on this window right here. Uh, it looks like a previous shooting star right here. We got a big long wick up top and closed down at the body below half of it. So uh, you got a buy and bounce right up in here. If you take a trade like this is a counter trend trade. You got a sell and bounce with the moving averages separating. That is a good sign. You got the current 5 minute at 2% in negative delta. So if you take a trade like this, you got to understand where you're at. Okay. 74.30, yeah, that would be a nice little trade. But the thing is, we are still moving upwards. Okay. That is the bad thing. We are still moving upwards. Okay. As you can see, you would have gotten stopped out. That is why when these moving averages right here on a 5 minute, when this thing is sloping upwards and the slow is sloping upwards and they're separated like this, no. Even if you put in the volume weighted right here, the custom the CVWAP, custom volume weighted average price 1 hour, as you can see here, it was just sloping upwards. If we look at here at the RTH, look at that. I'll just take off my custom moving averages. Right now, this is the volume weighted average price for New York session. As a new trader, when you are up and this thing is sloping upwards, do not be trying to take shorts, trying to short the highs. Okay, that's counter trend trading. If you know what you're doing, go ahead and go for it. As a new trader, I would not suggest that. What I would suggest is wait for a pullback down to maybe this area right up in here. Okay, down in maybe down, get a pullback down in this area, or wait for a pullback to the VWAP and try to get off a trade. As you can see here, there's just kind of chopping around. Hopefully the news has settled. Again, we had news. Al Jazeera. Uh, Again, we had news. Okay. Iranian official denies reports that Iran's supreme leader said that uranium must stay in Iran. Okay. Uh, we're starting to move up. We got about 2% positive delta. Eh, man, I am just so leery about taking trades on Ninja Trader because my executions are slow, man. Because I'm running parallels. I'm running Ninja Trader on parallels, and that's not good. Not good. Not good, folks. Not good. Are we going to go test previous day's highs? We have no idea. Previous day's highs was 74.58. Quite far from it. Yeah, that opening range thing kind of nipped me in the bud. If I did not have the opening range, which I should have, that was my own stupid fault. I should have tested it because I only tested it yesterday. Didn't take a trade. I tested it today on the minis, and I think it was user interference, to be quite honest. Uh, but it is what it is. But then my range scalper has gotten me good. I need to have my range scalper. The range scalper only takes longs because I've been testing that and it works great. Now I need for it to do shorts. When I'm talking about the range scalper, I'm talking about this little auto trader right here. This is my own personal trading platform that should be released like hopefully next month. All right, we're kind of flatlining. I want to stop. Auto trader has stopped. I want to stop that. Why? Well, because we're starting to flatline. Okay. When you're in this area right here and you get a buy imbalance, I just no. I just stay away. Okay. You got to wait. I'm really leery about taking trades on Ninja Trader. It's because I'm running parallels, folks. I'm running parallels. Okay. I'm running parallels. I'm giving processor 8, memory 14. I'm running parallels on a Mac trying to trade with Ninja Trader. That's not a good idea. I would not I would not suggest that at all, folks. All right, we're starting to sell off a little bit, coming back down to the VWAP. You got a sell and bounce right there. You got current 5-minute delta is -5%. That could be a trade. Oh my God. Come on. Boy, this Ninja Trader, I gotta get out of it, man. I can't trade with this shit. I just can't trade with this. Man, this thing is so effing slow, man. I'm sorry, folks. It's just so slow, man. I can't deal with this shit. Oh my God. I'm done trading this, man. I'm done trading on Ninja Trader. I can't deal with it. Parallel sucks. I'm sorry. It was a profitable trade, folks. It was a profitable trade. It was a counter trend trade. Why did I take it? Why did I take it on Ninja Trader for one thing? Is beyond me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start executing on my own custom platform. That's just the way it's just gonna have to be. Um, if I had a Windows machine, it would be different. I'm pretty sure it would be different. But let's go over why I took the trade. Okay, for one thing, get the crosshair off there. Okay, for one thing, we had. Thank God I got out, man. You mother effers, man. That's why you don't trade news, folks. We got about 400 aggregated volume, buy volume. They are going to defend. You see those buyers 600 to 500. Oh, and you got another one back down in there too. I didn't see that one. Look at that one. We got another bubble right there. You know, this is not over, folks. This ain't over, man. I'm telling you, it ain't over. Well, we got more news, or is it just them taking profit? No, I don't think it's news. I just think it's just them taking profits, to be quite honest. We're coming back down to the VWAP, to New York VWAP. Let's see how this thing reacts on New York VWAP. It could bounce off of it. Okay, it could bounce off of it. I'm just not going to be. Let me turn off Chart Trader. I am not going to be trading on Ninja Trader. I got to execute on my own platform uh, because Rhythmic allows me to execute trades personally while I build it. While I build it out. Uh, so I took the short here because we had a sell imbalance. That bar going across, that's a sell imbalance. Also, you got to think about this. You got to think about where you're at. The point of control is down here. The VWAP was down here. We just had news that ran up. Excuse me. I think I'm getting a cold. All right. We got a sell imbalance right here. We got the order flow bar movement averages that are separating. Okay. Plus, the version that you have shows the order flow bar movement average. That's fine. More than likely, it would have been below it. I'm pretty sure it would have. Okay. You got a sell and bounce. So you go ahead and take it. And you see where put my stop. I put my stop up there. As soon as I got into profit, I kind of moved it down. Okay, and then I just started trailing it down. Then I eventually got stopped. I think I manually closed it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I manually closed it. Uh, I don't know if the chart trader is working for you guys that well, but I'm telling you, on Ninja Trader with parallels, it's horrendous. Oh man. Okay. You got to be careful, folks. You got to be careful. They're just kind of whipsawing around a little bit. As you can see here on my personal platform, okay, and also the 5 minute, this candle right here, the 5 minute candle was red. And also I was looking up here on this window right here. This window right here, the 5 minute is key, folks. The previous candle, I think was green, but the current 5 minute candle, when I took that short, it was a negative delta, and the percentage, I'm not sure. I think it was like -5%. Okay, that's pretty decent. Uh, if the current candle is green and you got negative delta or whatever, don't be taking a trade. It has to be a current red candle, and the delta and the percentage has to be red in order for you to take a short. Okay, for you to take a short to get a short signal, for you to get a short signal like this, the current candle has to be red, and the delta and percentage has to be red. That's a go sign. Okay, the odds are in your favor. Okay, the odds are in your favor. Like right now, if we get a buy imbalance, I wouldn't take it. Why? Well, because we have negative delta, negative 3% of 27,000 volume, 3% of it is negative delta. Okay, this window right here is key. Okay, I'm using this window as just context. Okay, as just context. Okay, this is just as a context. We got the New York VWAP. That's good. Okay. You don't even need to put the moving averages on here if you don't want to. That's fine. I mean, you don't have to use them. You can just use the New York VWAP. Right now, we're below the New York VWAP. Okay, that's great. As you can see, 1,000. Well, right now, we just flipped over. You got to be careful. We're down at the yesterday's value area low. Okay, remember those numbers that I talked about earlier? We're down here at the value area low. Okay, we're down here at the value area low. I don't know why. Here, let me just delete that. Okay, again, folks, look at this. Overnight lows. We're coming down to the overnight lows on the ES. Okay, overnight lows on the ES. On the current 15-minute, we're about 12 ATR. On a 1 minute, we're about 6 ATR on a 1 minute. Let me flip back over here to the 15-minute. We got about 342 aggregated buy volume that came in. If you took this short, right here, that's actually a pretty decent one. Okay, you got a short right here. I think the current 5-minute candle was red. You get in here, you start covering down in this area right here. Okay, maybe you get yourself, I don't know, maybe maybe get yourself $100. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh man, why are you trading the ES, man? You're not getting very much on a mini. You're only getting $100. I can get like 200, 300 on the NQ. Okay, yes, you can. The thing about the NQ is, uh, or the thing about the NQ is, you don't be taking a buy and balance like that because look at it as negative 200 delta. 1% of his negative delta on 18,000. Okay, I mean you can look over here on the 5 minute. I mean it might work out for you. Great. Okay, not my plan. We're right here at the point of control. So that's really not an ideal situation to be taking. Uh, let me get rid of that naked point of control for this. It's just not an ideal trade, to be quite honest. Um, okay. Yeah, I think I am getting a cold. Uh, yeah, what the heck, man? All right, so that was basically 3 points. Yeah, 3 points on the ES. Okay. Probably like 30. So, so that trade, that short trade that you saw me take earlier, that was like 3 points on ES. That's like $150. Okay. So on 1 minute, and I know a lot of people are saying, "Well, the ES is just slow." Well, the ES adheres to order flow a lot better. We're bouncing off the value area low from yesterday. Okay, we're bouncing off the value area low. We haven't come down to the overnight lows yet. We've come pretty close. Overnight lows is 74.07. We've come pretty close. We talked about them earlier this morning. We talked about them earlier this morning. So, yeah. Um, yeah. So, a lot of people say, well, I just want to trade the NQ because I can make more money. Well, the thing about the NQ is that it's a thinly traded market and it's very highly manipulated and it's highly traded by algorithms from the institutions. So, uh, you can do it, and I do it, and I trade it. Uh, but the ES is a more thickly traded market. It adheres to imbalance areas better, to order flow reading better. Uh, and the thing about it is 3 points on the ES. Think of it as like 30 points on the NQ. And the reason I say that is because the NQ, let's say you trade 1 mini because you're like, oh, I'm not going to be trading two or three minis. I mean, you can if you want to, but what I'm getting ready to say is on the ES, you can easily, for risk tolerance, okay, NQ, you trade 1 mini. For your risk tolerance on ES, you can easily go to two or three contracts, and the risk reward would be about the same. So with the ES, like $150 on 3 points, people are saying, "Oh man, that's kind of low." But the thing is, you can risk 2 to 3 times more contracts on the ES than you would on the NQ. So that $150 turns into 300, 450. And the NQ whipsaws around. There was a reason why it was called the Widowmaker in the pit. when the pit trading was active before electronic trading. So you got 342 aggregated volume. What's my numbers? Okay, that's not too bad. I'm sorry, I'm in a trade. Okay, thank you. Um, why did I take that trade on my own personal platform? This is something that you can orders. I need to make sure there's no ghost orders on my personal platform that I'm building out. Okay. Okay. Um, let me check Rhythmic. Okay. So why did I take that trade and why did I that was roughly a point. Okay, that's fine. So here, let me get rid of the auto trader up here. The auto trader. This is the auto trader. Sometimes the auto trader is good. Right now, I have stopped it. Here's my chart trader. Some platforms have chart trader just right here, just static right here on the side. I'm trying to on my platform. I'm trying to build out a chart trader. It is built out. I just got to add more stuff to it. The chart trader, so you can just move it around. It's not hard coded to the side static. Okay, but why did I take the trade? Okay, uh, I took the trade because let me get my pencil out here. I took the trade because if you look at this, let's kind of go up a little bit before we kind of run up. I took the trade because, for one, we had a buy and balance right here. Plus, we had 55 single order contract, and we closed above it. That is key. That's extremely key. Okay, extremely key position. You have consolidation up in here. Okay, we're right in the middle of consolidation. Not an A plus setup. Not at all. But you had 55 single order contract, that little bubble right there, and then you had a buy and bounce, and we closed above it. So that right there was the go sign because that seller was trapped. Okay. That 55 seller right there. Here, let me get this out of here. Okay. That 55 seller, and we closed above it. Okay. Plus, I was looking at the 5 minute. Okay. I was looking at the 5 minute right here. You have 342 aggregated volume, and we closed right up in here. Okay. We're bouncing off this support area right here. Okay. And this candle right here was green at 1027. Okay. So this candle was green. The delta is green. Okay. Remember what I say, 5 minute green candle. These two numbers right up here. Okay. These two numbers right here, the delta and the percentage have to be green, folks. Don't be taking those stinking trades off of a 6 range bar when this stuff is not green. Okay. It's just not good. Not good. Okay. Don't be doing that. So this is not a signal service. Okay. My Apex account is still green. My personal, not my personal. I'm not trading my personal account. Not in this environment. My Apex funded account is a big whopping $50 profit today. That was huge. Huge, man. Huge. I mean, I took a loss, then I took a winner, then I think how many trades did I take today on my funded Bullnox? I only took like 2 trades, took a small loss, and then I made that money back, and then I got $50 profit. So, and it's only like 10:30. So, um, I can't trade on Ninja Trader. Running parallels on Ninja Trader is horrible. So I got to do my order executions on my own platform. I got to do my order executions on my own platform. Um, right now I'm trading Apex. Uh, all right, this is probably an area you really don't want to be trading in. I mean, look at the current candle right here. This current candle, previous 5-minute candle, right up here in this little tiny window. As you can see, it was green. If you look down here, uh, let's move this down a little bit. As you can see here, okay. Now, if you would have taken that, remember what I say. Sell imbalance, red candle, red delta, red percentage. If you get in there, you get down here, get yourself $100, lock in some profits, maybe get yourself a runner. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, but it's the ES. It's only $100. I can make 300-400 on the NQ." Well, yeah, you can. And here's the thing: the NQ, thinly traded market; ES, thickly traded market. So that, and now with the ES, when you're trading one mini on the NQ, you can trade 2 or 3 minis on the ES. Okay, and this is why you want to lock in $100, or if you're trading 2 minis, like $200. You do a handful of trades, it's like a $500 day. If you're consistent like that, that's a 6-figure income for the year. Okay. I know so many people want to be making $1,000, $2,000 a day because you see these gurus out here doing it. But the thing is, they're not showing you that they're blowing like 8 or 10 evals. Okay. The VWAP, volume weighted average price, is starting to flatline. That's why if you got into a short right here, you need to be locking in your profits pretty quickly. Why? Well, because if you were in that trade right here, the thing is that VWAP is just kind of flatlining. Okay. This moving up. Well, we had stinking news about Iran again. Um, that's the thing. Yeah, I can't trade. I can't execute trades on Ninja Trader. It's just not going to work. It's too slow. And it's my fault because I'm running it on parallels. Uh, green candle, green delta, green percentage, but you gotta wait. Like if there was a buy imbalance, like let's say there was a buy imbalance on this one right here. Okay. Yeah, great. Going up. Get yourself some profits right here. Maybe get yourself about 100 and a quarter, about $250. You know, it all adds up. It all adds up. It all adds up. The VWAP is kind of flatlining. Again, let's look at this area right here. Okay. The thing is, you came down here. Overnight lows is right here, 7407. We tried it 3 times. Okay, and we just kind of moved up. They're holding off them overnight lows. Value area low from yesterday. There was yesterday's trading right here. Yesterday's trading. To do. Boom. Yesterday's trading area right here. Okay, that's the value area low. We're kind of like holding it off. We've held it off all night. We've held it off all night. Okay. Value area low. We've held it off here, here, here on the candles. You have the overnight lows. We're not breaking. We're not even coming close to the previous day's lows right here. We already went through those numbers in pre-market at 9:15. Okay. Now what I just showed you is my current platform, uh, the one that I'm building out. And the reason my executions are so much faster on mine is because it's a native Mac application. That's why it's a native Mac application. Because the platform that I release is going to be for Mac, Windows, and Linux. So the funded account were profitable. Um, Apex account is still doing good. Funded account were profitable. We had a losing trade and we had a winning trade. So um, I think I'm pretty much done trading Bullnox. I'm not going to trade. I can't trade on Ninja Trader anymore because I'm running parallels. Executions are just too slow for me. I can't deal with it. Um, I wish. Yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. It's like 1040. Let's look at the. Let's look at a 5 minute right here. This is the 5 minute candle. I mean, the VWAP, we're below the VWAP, as you can see right here on the market levels. Value area low, we're just holding it off. Overnight lows, holding it off. This is 5 minute. Um, Remember, you're in a 5 minute red candle. If you get a buying balance, you got to remember, you can look at this candle right up here, up at top on the range chart. It is red, folks. It could work out for you. That's fine, but it's not an ideal trade. wonder what the here, let me come over here. I'm going to look at an NQ chart on my platform. NQM6. Let's look at load this thing up. I just want to see what the okay. So if you load this up on the NQ here, hold on. Boy, this VWAP is just kind of flatlining. As you can see right here on the NQ as well, on the NQ it's just kind of flat. There's the value area low for the NQ. NQ just kind of flatlining too. This is a 1 minute. Okay, we're at like 2930 ATR. I mean, that right there is okay. Uh, the day that I blew that eval, we were trading at like 50 ATR earlier today. Yeah, so we are, as you can see here, the volume weighted average price is just kind of flatline, and this is not good. We're right here in the middle of this volume. If we stay down here and start filling this out, this could turn into a V-shaped day. Which means kind of bearish for the day. We just, I mean, it's only 10:45. The day's just started. We don't know. Mm-hmm. All right. The day has just started. I'm profitable in my funded account, which is nice. Not by much, but hey. Uh, this is an area you really don't want to be trading, folks. Okay, you don't want to be trading in these areas. Uh, wait, I am. Oh boy, I'm a screwed up, man. Yeah, boy, that was a screw up. You got to make sure you're on real time trading hours. Okay, you got to make sure you're on real time trading hours with this. I kept it overnight. Boy, that was a screw up. Oh well. The only reason I knew is because I was looking over here on the 5 minute. I was like, why is that point of control down here and then up here? It's overnight. I didn't switch it over because I was doing opening range trading on my other platform. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Now, see, this is a little bit of divergence here. You got a red 5 minute candle, 2%, 3% positive delta, 200, 300 positive delta, but the percentage is like 4%. Well, it was like 3.3. You get the idea. 3% positive. Okay, but a red candle. That's kind of like, that's divergence there. They're trying to push it down, but the buyers are stepping in. They're just absorbing all the sellers. I think your absorption is done there, buyers. I think your absorption is done. Do I have this set a little bit too much? Yeah, I probably have that set for 3 levels. That's a little too much. Let's see how that looks. Your settings are going to have to be a little bit different. Um, Different brokers, different data feeds. That's the whole thing. 4 and 3 was a little too much. Um, Maybe for the opening. This is the thing with the opening, especially with the ES. Okay, we're kind of selling off right here. You got about there was some divergence earlier on this current 5 minute. Now it's just kind of like gone. What I need to do is I need to put a timer up here. Okay, this window right here I just coded last night. I'm on version 131, so this should be released later next week. It should be released next week. Okay. Um, Remember, you got a buy and balance, but it's a 5 minute red candle, negative delta. It just flipped green. That is not an ideal setup. Okay. If you took it, you better be locking in your profits. It's not an ideal setup. Not for me. For you, it might be fine. For me, it's really not. I mean, is it a profitable trade? You probably would have netted yourself maybe $50. But it's just not an ideal trade for me, as you can see right here. Not really ideal. Why? Well, the previous 5 minute was red. Obviously, we're below the New York VWAP over here on the yellow line. Okay. Uh, I mean, you had the current 5 minute that was red had negative delta, negative percentage delta with the volume. So it just really was not an ideal trade. Okay. And that sell imbalance ain't ideal either. Why? Well, because you're above the moving averages and the fast line's sloping upwards. The slow line is kind of flat line. And this is chop zone, folks. This is chop zone. Okay. This whole area is probably coming into a chop zone. Could you taken it here and gotten out here for about $50? Yeah, but then you just kind of slam down. So you got to really be careful. We got 61 single order contract. That's nice. Okay. With the 95 positive delta, but it's just not an ideal trading area. Yeah. Okay. We got buy and balance. You're below the VWAP. This is really what I'm looking at is this whole volume weighted average price. It's just flatline. Okay. That's not an ideal. I know I'm picky, but I like to be. 66 volume, as you can see here on my platform that I'm building now. I have 66 single order contracts. Uh, yeah. I need to build out the same thing with a little tiny window right here. Except for I want to try and do it a little bit different on my platform, something different. I wanted to start. I wanted the platform that I'm building out. I'm working with Rhythmic, and Rhythmic is allowing me to use it for personal use. Okay, we have a sell and balance with a close above. That's absorption for them sellers right there. But I wouldn't be trading it. Okay, we got a buy and balance that you can possibly take this trade right here, put your stop down here. Uh, Hopefully we can get above the VWAP. We're kind of flatlining. Okay, you need to move to a break even right here. Okay, maybe +1. Okay, this is because if you start breaking this buy and bounce right here, okay, that's not a good thing if you start breaking that buy and bounce. We got another buy and bounce right here. Okay, so yeah, when you start seeing when it starts running up like this and you see a red candle, and it starts, you just need to just cut the trade, man. Okay. I don't like seeing them, especially, I mean, look at this flat line. You're still below the volume weighted average price. You're still below it. So when you get into a trade like this on the ES, buy and bounce up here, 5 minute green candle, green delta, green percent. Okay. Yeah. So you enter here. Okay. And then you start seeing stuff like this down, up, down. Just cut the stinking trade, man. Who cares if it pops and runs without you? There's another trade right around the corner. Who cares? You are below the New York VWAP. Don't like taking trades like that. When you're above the New York VWAP, I mean, we had stinking news. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to teach when you got like friggin' news coming out that skews everything. Get away from you. All right. Sorry about that. I need to have a countdown timer for this 5 minute right up here on the upper right. It's like a little countdown timer. Yeah, look at a 5 minute volume weighted average price. It's just sitting there flatlining. Okay, we were above it, then we were below it. It's just kind of like right in the middle. This is not a good ideal trading area. When you got the volume weighted average price just flatlining like this, and you're going up and down in between it, that's just an area to tell you to just stay away. To be quite honest. That current forming 5 minute candle, not looking too swift, to be quite honest. That's a buy and bounce, but look at this. We ran up and we're right here in the middle of a consolidation area. And there's a buy and bounce right in the middle. Okay. Don't care if it works out. Look at this chop zone. You're in the chop zone. You're in a chop zone. Not an ideal. Not ideal. And it's really prevalent right here on my trading platform. Look at that. It's just sitting there. Chop, 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 chop. No, 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 no. We had $66, 66 single order contract. We closed below it. Okay, not good. 63 single order contracts. We kind of ran up. We had a pullback on the 6 range bar. 63 contract. We closed above it. That, you could take that trade. Okay, and I mean, a trade like that probably would netted you around $150. 300 on 2 minis. You can trade 2 minis on ES. Okay, I mean, 2 or 3 minis on ES is like 1 mini on NQ as far as risk reward stuff like that. Okay. Um, Need to look to see. Yeah. 5 minute is coming up. We were definitely bullish. We broke the consolidation area. At 71 negative delta right there and we closed above it. And the moving averages are starting to separate. I'll have this update out next week, folks. I'll have this update out next week. I'd like to have a close above this VWAP right here. I'd like to have a close above the VWAP on the 5 minute. We got about another less than a minute. A close and a hold, not a close and a trade back down below. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. All right, previous 5 minute was green, as you can see in a little small window. Of course, you can look down here at the bigger window and see that it is. But we're green candle negative. Now we're positive. Yeah, what are you guys going to do? You're going to push this thing back down to the point of control. Point of control is down there at 74.18. You're going back down below the VWAP. Another friggin' massive chop zone. This shit. This sell with the separation of this and getting in here, that I mean, it could work out for you, but the thing you got to be careful about is look at this right in the VWAP area, volume weighted average price, the VWAP, New York VWAP is just flatlining. We're up, we're above, below, below. It's not. It's not an area I really want to be in. I mean, yeah, you could have taken that. Yeah, you could have taken that. Sell right there. You could have taken that, gotten yourself like 100 and a quarter, about $250 on 2 minis. You can easily trade 1 to 2 minis. Because here's the thing: if you get in like right here, okay, and your stop is up here, that's like $125. So that's like 250, and then you come down here, you get yourself about a $400 trade. So, yeah, okay, that's good. Look at it; it's got 433 aggregated buy. 365 of it was one single stinking order. Look at on my personal trading platform, 365. Yeah. Single order. That ain't no stinking retail trader. Okay, that ain't no stinking retail trader. The heck was that? Whatever. Um, any ghost orders? No. Executions? No. Okay. Whatever. Um, got 365 seller, 365 buyer right there. We got to hold off. We're right here. They want to hold this. Look at this. This is key area. This is the candle where news came out. Okay. You have 375 aggregated buy right here. Okay. You have buyers all up in this area right here. Okay. These are large institution buying. Ain't no stinking retail traders slinging around that kind of size in milliseconds. Okay. Plus, you got a little buyer down here at 342. Okay, you have another buyer right here. Where are the sellers? You had 350 right there. You got no sellers. Where are the stinking sellers? But what I'm looking at is, are they just a, a massive balanced day today? Is that what they're looking at? It's hard for me to take this sell right here. Yeah, it worked out for you. That's great. It worked out for you. Look at that. If I can get my stinking, oh my God, Ninja Trader, you pissed me off. I mean, yeah, you got yourself $100 trade. Okay, not ideal. Why? Well, for one thing, you're looking for shorts when you got massive buyers here on the 5 minute. Plus, the VWAP, volume weighted average price, it's flatlining. It's flatlining. We got to close above, close below, above, below, above, above. It's just like, it's like, no. Very frustrating day today. That's why I shut down my Bullnox funded account. I got it green and I shut it down. This is because I kind of figured this is going to be a frustrating day. As soon as this stupid news with Iran came out again, every day, where you at, Trump? You said this thing would be over in 30 days. You go punch the Ayatollah in the face and you say, oh, this fight's going to be over in 30 days. Well, it would if you unleashed the full might of the United States military, but you don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to obliterate a whole freaking country. And plus, the Iranian people, it's not their fault, it's their government's. The average Iranian person is actually a really decent individual. A buy and balance, again, not ideal. Wow. Well, for one, the moving averages are kind of like friggin' separating and going in the wrong direction. And plus, you got the 5 minute, previous 5 minute up at the window right here. Let me drag it back down here. You got the 5 minute, previous 5 minute that's down. You got the current 5 minutes that's down. You got negative for delta and the percentage. That's a no trade zone, man. That's a no trade zone. Don't mean stinking doing this crap. Okay. Uh, and look at the 5 minute, just boom, 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 boom. Whoa, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on, man. Crap the bed, do something. Break this area, please. Go down to the overnight lows or something, man. Go to 7407. Do something. Do something other than pissing around with this. This is real hard to trade. Okay, this is the problem when you're trading range bars when stuff like that happens. You ain't gonna trade it unless you got an alder trader. And my alder trader is only taking longs for right now. Okay. All right. You got a sell imbalance right here, but you got to be quick, man. Uh, we're coming down here to the lows. We're breaking the value area low. But you got to be careful, man. All these buyers, man, if they decide to defend and run this thing up, you're going to get your face ripped off. Okay. If they capitulate and just sell, this thing's going to dump. Overnight lows is 74.07. We're quite far from it. 7 points on the ES is quite far, folks. We could get there. We could get there. You got New York session lows at 74.10. It looks like 74.10. 74. I like 10.5. Okay, you get the idea. 74.10. Yeah, you get the idea. Okay, this is what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at on my own personal platform. It should be released next month, hopefully. If I can get all the paperwork, get all the paperwork done. We're at 74.07 overnight lows. Okay, overnight lows 74.07. Previous day lows 73.76. Come on, man. What you doing? What you doing? 74.07. Yeah. Okay. Look what they did previously. They ran it up, came down here. They ran it up. 74.07 is a key area, man. On the ES, 74.07 is a key area, folks. Key area, 7407. You got 371 aggregated volume coming in here. You got the delta. That's 1,000 negative delta. About 8% of it is all negative delta out of 20,000 contracts. This thing, come on, man. What you going to do? Come on, ES. NQ, shit the bed. Do something, man. Get us out of this consolidation. Do something, man. Do something, man. You got 371 aggregated volume right there. You got about 1.6 thousand negative delta, 7.5% negative of 21,000 contracts. Oh, you got 371 aggregated volume, and they just got absorbed. Them sellers just got absorbed. Them sellers, they just got absorbed. If they do not push this thing back down here below the 74.10, this 371 aggregated volume is getting absorbed. Okay, I don't need a friggin' heat map to tell me that. Ooh, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh yeah, come on, man. Break them overnight lows. Get us out of this consolidation. We've been pissing around for about over an hour and a half. Come on, let's stop this crap. Over an hour, man. We've been pissing around. Let's go. Let's go. Get your free trial, folks. Go to orderflowbars.com. Get your free trial for Ninja Trader add-on. If you actually do that, once I release my own custom platform that I'm showing you from time to time, you'll be able to use that too. Okay, we're down here at the overnight lows of 74.07, 74.07. We're at the overnight lows. We're at the overnight lows. Here's my platform that I'm building out. Right here, overnight lows 74.07. They just got absorbed. They're going to get their faces ripped off. The shorts are going to get smoked, ain't they? Them shorts going to get smoked. Them shorts, are you going to get smoked? It looks like you are, man. Told you. Told you, man. They got some absorption up in here. Come on, man. They could not break it, man. They've tried it twice. They've tried it twice with this. Look at this. They tried it 371 to 308. You got about 700 aggregated sell volume, and we are trading, holding it off, man. That is massive absorption on the ES. Okay. If these sellers don't take control, man, they're going to capitulate. They're going to be covering that shit. Overnight low 74.07. Yeah, man. It has been horrendous. I'm almost half tempted. You mother effer. All right, just wait. Got some massive absorption on them sellers right there. Yeah, I had about 600 aggregated volume on the sell, and I tried to break the overnight lows, and they just ran this crap right back up. Okay, okay, they just ran this crap right back up, right back up to the New York VWAP, ain't you? Well, you're right at the point of control right here. You're running that crap right back up to the New York VWAP, my man. Okay, we got buy and bounce right here. You gotta be careful. That is the New York VWAP right here. You're butting up against. You gotta be extremely careful when you're doing that. But you got a green candle, green delta, green percentage, green, 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 green. You better lock in some profits. Uh, well, this thing is moving too fast. Okay. I mean that's about $350 trade right there for you. You better lock in some stinking profits. I told you. What did I tell you? I told you if them 600 aggregator sellers start to cover, the crap is getting squeezed. Okay. Back into the range. This crap has been off the charts, man. This crap has been off the stinking charts. Okay. See, here's the thing about this style of trading. Here's the thing about this. You're not going to get the lows. You're not going to get the highs. But can you possibly, let's say you missed this one. Okay, let's say you possibly got in here, put your stop down below here, and it starts running up and you start seeing this area right here and it starts crossing back over. And let's say you just cut the trade right here, you know, right there, that's about a $350 trade for you, about $700 trade if you're doing two minis. I mean, one NQ you can do on the ES, you can do two minis pretty easily. Okay, I mean that's like $600-700 trade for you. All you had to do was just sit here and wait for about 2 hours. Yeah. That's all you had to do, just sit here and wait for about 2 hours. Stacked imbalance, even if it was at 4 and 3, what did it look like? Yeah, even at 4 and 3, 3 levels stacked on ES, that is massive. I mean, you're not going to get many signals, but they're going to be pretty good quality ones, to be quite honest. Okay, they're going to be good quality ones. Do levels 2, and they're going to be good quality ones, folks. Um, if you do like 3 and 2, 4 and 2, I mean, I'm doing 4 and 2 just because the amount of volatility on the ES today. I'm doing 4, but yeah, I mean, stuff like this. Look at this. Green. Let's say you didn't get in here. Okay, who cares? You get in here and you take it out right here for about a $300 trade. Okay, that's $600 on 2 minis. Okay, who cares about picking the bottoms and the tops, man? I know the gurus will show you that later tonight, but how many counts did they blow to get that? you know, I mean, you can get your stinking base hits. And here's the thing with this style of trading, okay? You got the order flow bar moving averages sloping upwards. You got a buy in balance. You got 167 delta. The 5 minute was green. It was the delta and the percent was green, green. Okay. So you get in here. Your stop is down here. Guess what? You didn't take any stinking heat and you're just green. All because you got to look at this. This is, remember what I said about these buyers right here, about these buyers right here. Okay. You got some sellers stepping in. Now, granted, this seller 371 tried it. When this 308 stepped in, I thought for sure it was going to crap the bed and go down. When they started trading above up in this area, absorption. Remember what I said when I said, hey, I don't need no stinking heat map to tell me we got absorption. I can read this stuff. Well, because I've been doing it for quite a while. I can read this stuff. I'll be like, wait a minute. We're just sitting here. We're not doing, I don't need a stinking book map or heat map to tell me that. I mean, okay, granted, I you got Pulse Map on Ninja Trader. If you want your heat map, you got Pulse Map. Okay, fine. Okay, even on my own personal platform, order flow heat map. Okay, that's fine. I hardly ever use it, to be quite honest, because I look at these kind of levels right here. Yeah, I don't need no stinking heat map. It's just noise. Okay. Book map and all that stuff it ain't no modern technology stuff. It's just it's taking the same old data we've been having for decades and showing it in a different user interface. That's all that information is. You don't need it. Okay. I've been reading that crap off of a dime when I was trading with Jigsaw trading. It's just a shiny interface and presenting it to you in a different user interface. That's all that crap is. You don't need it. You can use it if you want. Probably in the next decade, something else will be coming out. And you see how? I mean, let's look at this. Where was that? 7410. Yeah, right around here. Okay. You see how they? Okay, this right here. We start. This is something you really need to look at. This area and and it's something you have to notice. This is a consolidation area. Okay, look at the separation on the moving averages. You'll have this pretty soon. Look at this. Look at the separation. Okay, look at the separation. You see how it's separating? Okay, in this consolidation area. Once you start seeing this separation, that's a good sign. It's a good sign that you could possibly be breaking that. Okay. And let's say you get in here and your stop's down here. You didn't take any heat whatsoever. Okay. What you can do is you can follow this moving average, this fast, the yellow line. You don't have this update yet. You'll have it next week. Um, I'm on 131. You're probably on 129, 130. You can actually get in here. Okay. Get in here and start following this up. As soon as you close below that fast moving average right there, you just want to cut the trade. You can do that. Okay. You can do that and possibly net yourself about three and a quarter. Let's say $300. That's $600 on two minis. You can trade two minis on ES perfectly fine. Two to three minis on ES is like trading one mini on the NASDAQ. Okay. As far as risk reward, things like that. The ES, you can actually make a crap ton of money trading the ES. You just got to trade more contracts, man. Okay. You just got to trade more contracts. That's all. And also, you got to look at areas like this. Areas like this. Look at them sellers. Look at these sellers in yeah, pre-market, probably round up in this. I think that was pre-market. Nope, that was market open. You have some sellers. Okay, no big deal. You had some sellers, no big deal. Had some sellers up in here, and then the news came out and bam. Friggin' news again, man. All this news, news, news. But this is what you really want to, and look at my settings on the 5 minute for the ES. This is my settings, okay? It's like 11:30. You need to just stop. We got 366 aggregated buy volume. It could be 1,000 right there. Look at that, 1,000. Boom. Then we have another buy aggregation. Oh man, look at that. This is hard to take. It's right here in the middle of the stinking consolidation area, right? Right in the middle of a consolidation area. But you're right here at the breakout. I mean, this is kind of hard to be taken right here, but you can always wait for another trade. I just get excited when I see big trades come in like this, man. That's 1,000 single order contract. That's freaking huge, man. And I know some people will be like, well, how can it be 1,000 single order contracts? There's not that much liquidity in the books in the level two. Well, if you go to the website and you go to the education section when you log in, you'll understand how 500 contracts on the NQ can trade one single order when there was only like very little in the books because these institutions play off of the backs of each other. Okay, it's just backroom deals with the big boys. That's all. Okay, I know the SEC might not like that analogy, but it's just the way it is. It's only regulated when it actually gets executed. Okay. When it gets executed, that's when they have to show you. Okay. They don't need Goldman Sachs, don't need to be showing you, hey, we're getting ready to buy 1,000 contracts from Citadel or BlackRock. It's not needed. Okay. It's not needed. You got green candle and red delta. So you got to be a little bit leery about this when you see stuff like that. Okay. Let's go over to 5 minute. The 5 minute 5 minute big trades aggregated 300. I have it set to 300. Okay, for the ES. When we get into a different trading environment, these numbers are going to change. Okay, once this Middle East crap gets settled, these numbers are going to change more than likely. Stacked and balanced 4-3. Okay. I mean, if it's set to 4-2, then you start seeing more. Okay. Like I say, 3 is a little high for the ES. Okay. A little high for the ES. This window right here, I need to probably write the code on the update tonight to only show, I don't know. I'll figure it out. It doesn't need to be showing on the 5 minutes, to be quite honest. But what I would like to do is have this configurable so you can do 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, whatever you want. Have that somewhat configurable. Buying and balance 5 minute green, green, green. Uh, we're right here. You got 1,000 contracts that just got kicked off. Uh, right here in the middle of consolidation, though, and the VWAP is just flatlining. This is not an area you really want to be trading in, okay? I mean, look at this VWAP. The volume weighted average price. It's just stinking right here, man. That is bad. The only way you want to take trades is when you're down in this area right here and you're looking to go back up towards the VWAP. Okay. Like when you see this absorption right here, and we closed above, and then you have this right here, and we got a signal to go. Yeah. But man, just this is just not a good. eh, If you're green today, I'd be done. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Remember, Monday the market's going to be closed. It's a holiday, Memorial Day. Y'all got to figure that out yourselves. All right. Oh man, I had to go. All right. Yeah, another little stinker, man. Again, all right, we're down at the value area low from yesterday. I mean, this is just kind of really hard. Just up, down. Right here in the middle, man. We're just right here, just stuck in the middle, man. It's right here in the stinking middle. News just had to come out. Okay, news came out. I was actually trading, then all of a sudden the auto trader that I have on my platform, the auto trader took a trade and it got green. I took a trade, got green, and then all of a sudden we start ripping, so I shut it off. Uh, because it can get pretty erratic with the up down movements. When you got news crap like that that happens, it just gets kind of whacked out of its mind. The market does. Wow, we got some absorption. Look at that. We got 1,000 trades. We closed below it. We got a little spinning top right here. I mean, then you got this right here. Then you got this right here. Okay. I mean, you can bounce in between that if you want. But right here in the middle, right here in the stinking middle, right here in the middle, no, no trading. Do not trade. No trading. You get the living, you know what, chopped up. I mean, you can if you want. I just don't do it because I know I get chopped up. Man, I gotta get this auto trader doing shorts. See, this is my auto trader, the range scalper. We had the opening range, man. I got to work on that opening range. It actually took a trade and was profitable today. Uh, but like right here, this range scalper, it only takes longs and it works. So I just got to flip the logic and take shorts. Okay. It wouldn't have taken that because of the moving averages, but it would have taken this one because of the moving averages, and it already uh, possibly would have already sold it. Maybe not. I can't really tell. But yeah, the auto trader is actually working. That's on my own personal platform. Uh, it really would have done good here. Auto trader would have taken this trade. Yeah, I need to really get the exit. I need to get the exits done pretty nicely for it though. Right now, the exits aren't all that great. Right now, the exits are not all that great. Um, yeah, when you're range scalping like this on stacked imbalances for the ES, you got to be quick, man. You got to be quick. Like if you actually took this trade right here, okay, you're down here, you got $150. You don't be looking for no $500 trade. Just lock in some profits, okay? I'm being dead serious about this. Just lock it in. Like let's say, of course, we're flatlining right here. Let's say you get in on this one. Okay, let's say you get in here and you start seeing this chop, chop, chop. Just get out. Okay, just take your 100 and a quarter and move on. Okay, remember 2 minis. You can do 2 minis, 2 to 3 minis compared to one NQ. Okay, you can make yourself about $300 here. You do that a handful of times throughout the day, and you're actually really good for the day. Green candle, green delta, green percentage, but we're right. And man, I'm telling you, look at this 5 minute. Look at this stinking 5 minute right here, man. This is just, like I say, don't be trading in this area. Trade up here, trade down here. Okay. Don't be trading in the middle. Let me disable that auto trader. I'm just done for today, to be quite honest. Um, Buy and balance, 5 minute green, 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 green. Okay. Remember, lock in your profits though, man. Because if you get in here and you're up here and you're already up $100, go ahead and sell a contract, move to a break even. Okay. At least get yourself $100, maybe go to a break even plus one tick or something. Try to get a runner up to here for about $300. Okay. You know, this green candle, green delta, green percent, green, green, green. Okay. All three green candle and all green candle. Okay. This is green, this is green, this is green. Stacked buy and balance with the moving averages separating. Go ahead and scalp yourself off $100, $200, man. This is not rocket science. It's a very simple trading plan. But the problem is, you better not be going full port in this stuff because you're right here in the middle of consolidation. This is like an area you really don't want to be trading. But if you're going to trade, try to put the odds in your favor a little bit. Separation on the moving averages, order flow bar moving averages, buy and balance, green candle, green delta, positive percentage on the delta from the volume. Okay, if you're going to trade, put the odds in your favor. You're not looking. This is the thing. You're not looking to buy here, sell here. The gurus later tonight that are selling you the $500 course, they do this, okay? But what can you do? Be extremely consistent, 60 to 70% profitable. That's what my batting average is, 60 to 70%. I mean, take the free trial. Take the free trial for 7 days. The free trial for 7 days, that should be able, if you can trade for 7 days, okay, and you kind of get the idea of this, it's not a very hard trading plan. If you kind of get the idea of this, okay, and try to understand where you at as far as like market levels, okay. Understand that when you're in news and you get green, you need to just go ahead and take your profits and shut this stinking auto trader off. Like I did. Don't be trading in this area, man. Just let the market settle down. We did take a short up in here, okay? Yes, that is a counter trend trade. Why did I take it? Well, because I'm disciplined enough to get the heck out, okay? Earlier this week, when the volatility was off the charts with the NQ, I kind of blew up in an eval, which, whatever. Uh, Me trading my funded account, my Bullnox funded account today, I'm not doing stupid crap. Uh, I mean, look at this. All overnight session. Overnight session. Look at this. You see this blue line right there? That's overnight session. Overnight lows right here. Right here was the overnight lows. We've just been kind of going up. Value area low from yesterday's New York session. We've just been in this area right here, have not broken or even tested previous day's low. We have just been from here to here ever since 6:30 this morning. We've just been here. We broke it out because we had news from Al Jazeera. Take that with a grain of salt, just like our news media. Take all news media with a grain of salt, man. They all they're all like AI. They hallucinate and lie. Okay, I'm just telling you. Market levels here. The market levels VWAP. Well, we're above the VWAP right now. Previous day high, we're below. Previous day low, we're above. The overnight high, we are below. The overnight low, we are above. The value area high, we are below. The value area low, the green candle is up. Okay, this is like green, red, green, red, green, red. I mean, come on, man. I'm just saying. My opening drive, man, if I wouldn't have screwed with it, I probably would have been greener. I think that was user error. I lost that money. I don't know how much I was down. I've made my money back on the Apex account, uh, scalping this, but I think it was the user error that lost me. Like I think I was down like $200-300. I got the money back. I'm basically flat in my Apex account. Well, actually, I'm $50,070. Okay, I gave back some profits. Uh, yeah, what kind? Yeah, that'll be awesome. They're talking about the ham and cheese. Hey, the ham and cheese. All right, talking to the wife. uh, yeah, we got to sell and balance. We're at a 5 minute doji that just thinking. I mean, come on, man. Seriously, don't. You get your finger off that trigger. Why are you getting ready to do something stupid and trade in the middle of friggin' range? Get your finger off that dang trigger. I ain't talking to myself. I'm talking to you. Watch this thing break and rip, man. I mean, you got to think, man, we're at 22% positive delta. We're getting, boom, boom, close. We're at, we were at 22 positive delta, but look at it, man. It's like a spinning top, man. This is just, come on, man. I got a big, huge buyer that was there earlier. See the big green delta bar right there? That was huge, man. If you do want to trade in an environment like this, look at the order flow bar moving averages. They are sloping upwards. So if you want to take a trade right here, put your stop right down here. Yeah, the order flow bar moving averages are sloping upwards. The odds are in your favor. Okay, the odds are in your favor. The question is, do you want to do it? The odds. Hold on. Stop. What's not good? I don't know. I'm right in the middle of something. Okay, that's fine. The freaking wife comes in my office and wants to screw with me. I don't like this action. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right, I'm in a trade, folks. This is my personal trading platform, and I'm out. Friggin' stupid. I got the wife and the kid after my booty. I'm sitting there trying to get this. All right, whatever. I think I'm done. I need to eat. Okay. Yeah, it just didn't have enough gas, man. Not enough gas. Watch it fucking rip now. Come on, man. 5%, 410,000. The volume's not there. Look at this. The volume's not there. What? Get your finger off that trigger. I ain't talking to me. I'm talking to you. Uh, watch this thing rip. You guys blame me for messing the trade. Um, I don't like this. Look at this. 14,000 volume, 12,000 volume. You got about 11,000 volume. It's just kind of blah. You got the previous 5 minute right there, like a spinning top. It's kind of like blah. You got about 400 positive delta. About 4% of it is positive. It's just kind of like the momentum's not there. I just don't like it. Okay, I tried it. I didn't. I got a little bit profitable. I just didn't. I just don't like it. It probably could grind all the way up to the previous day highs. I could care less. I'm out of the trade. I just don't like the reason I got in because you had some buy imbalances right here. I was thinking, okay, you got the order flow bar movement averages that were kind of separating. So I thought we'd get in on the break here. And then I kind of got stopped out. I think it was like 1 point. I don't even know what it was. It was like a half a point, man, because I moved my stop up. It was like a half a point. I was looking for the break. It never came. Look at this crap. Yeah, that's why. That's why. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, man? That's why I didn't like it because there's no volume, man. 11,000, 11 half on the volume, 4% positive delta, 400 delta. Come on, man, please. I was stupid to even try it. On this, what we having now? A who? That's all we're having? Well, I'm on Kelsey's side. What about Rice? All right. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Well, there is one good thing. Look at this. Look at this. So one good thing. We're kind of breaking out of this range. That is a good thing. At least we're breaking out of the range. I mean, I tried it. It failed. I just don't like the volume on the 5 minute. I hope people understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this. Okay. You got to look at this. Okay. You got this green candle right here, and we closed above 1,200 positive delta, 8%, about 14,000 volume. That's good. Then you got basically delta neutral in this spinning top candle right here, about 12,000 volume. Then you got 400 positive delta on this candle right here, 11,000 volume. The volume was not, I mean, if the volume was like 15, 18, 20,000, that'd be awesome. We could possibly pop, but it wasn't. So I just like cut the trade, man. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll take my half a point and go home. That was on the Apex account. My Bullnox account, yeah. I'm still away from the payout. Might as well. I'm basically break even on both Bullnox and Apex. Well, the Apex is an eval. The Bullnox is a funded account. As you can see right here, BX-M. Whenever you see BX-M, that's a funded account. Which I'm not going to be trading on Chart Trader no more on Ninja Trader because Ninja Trader on parallels sucks. So I'm just going to be doing executions on my personal platform right here. So yeah. Oh man, buy and balance, red candle, red delta, red percentage. It's right in the middle of a chop zone. Don't be doing stupid stuff. I mean, the good thing is we're above the VWAP for 15 minutes. We're above the VWAP. You're gonna make me try this again. No, 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 I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not trying it. Not doing it, man. Not doing it. You got double buying balance. Not doing it. Not again. Look at this. Not doing it. 9,000 volume. Delta neutral, basically. Not doing it. It's 12 o'clock, too. You see what I mean? Not doing it. Don't like it. Look at the freaking volume, man. 11,500, 9,600, basically delta neutral right here on the previous 5 minutes. That is just like bleh. For a breakout to run to test the highs. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that. It could reverse and then all of a sudden rip up. I could care less. 12 o'clock, I'll come back tomorrow. Make sure you try the eval. Make sure you try the eval. I mean, if you do this style of trading, I mean, you can take whatever you learned today on the ES, you can take it over to the NQ. Okay, just be aware that the NQ is a thinly traded market. It's highly manipulated by the institutions, algos. Okay, it's the most traded instrument for algorithmic trading. Okay, just be aware of that. It has a thin book. Level 2 has thin orders sitting on the books. It can rip down, rip up. I mean, you can trade the ES, which is a thickly traded market. You just trade more contracts. So one NQ contract is like trading, as far as risk reward, is like trading 2 to 3 minis on the ES. And the ES trades better order flow. It adheres to order flow a lot better. You know, I finally got my boy, this thing right here on my personal platform. This thing right here, the market levels and doing all this and that and having the VWAP in there. It took me a while to get that done. And if you look at how I'm setting up, I need to get that apply button looking a little bit better. I just want the functionality of the platform to work. The order executions have been the biggest pain in the booty, but they're pretty solid. Okay, they're good to go. No more ghost orders, no more this and that. It's all good to go now. So I'm pretty happy about that. Um, like right now, negative point of control's off, but if I put that on, see right down here, negative point, negative point of control version, point VPOC, whatever you want to call it. Uh, it's not. It's an area that has not been tested of a previous New York session trading hours. It's a point of control that has not been tested. That's all that means. So show ATR. Okay, if you don't want to show the ATR, just uncheck it. Okay, it goes off the current candle that you're on. So right now, if you look down at the tab here, because you can do multiple tabs. Okay, you can do multiple tabs. You can click on the new tab. You can click it off. Whatever. We're on a 5 minute. Okay, so the ATR for the 5 minute is like 9 for the ES. If you want to show, let's say on the chart, you don't want to show the VWAP. Well, you just uncheck it. But you can actually show on the market levels. You can actually uncheck all of this, okay, and not show anything. Not show anything, and only have your market levels right here. And then you can see, be like, oh, my VWAP is 74.24, and now I'm at 74.32. So obviously I'm above it. Okay, if you can do, I mean, my kid can understand that. I say you just want to show the VWAP. Boom, show the VWAP. Okay. I don't know what happens when you uncheck all of this. I don't know what happens. Okay. And also you can change colors, which I need to add the VWAP color. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Nope. Don't want the naked point of control. Get this. All right. But that's all there. Okay. It's all looking good. It's all working. This has actually been pretty good. And then you have market levels, which it's a floating panel. You can drag it around. You can put it wherever you want. You can collapse it up or down. Okay, you can collapse it down so it's not like all in your face or whatever. You just collapse it down and just look at the numbers. You know, this platform should be released. And the good thing is, if you have, see, when you go to orderflowbars.com and you get a license, that license just ain't for NinjaTrader. Okay, it's for anything that I've developed. Okay, I'm putting together my own trading platform that I'm actually trading right now with the executions with Rhythmic. Right now, I only have Rhythmic. I'm working with DX Feed, but they want too much money. It's going to have to come later. Plus, Rhythmic is pretty. I mean, with Rhythmic, you can trade all the prop firms, man. You can trade. You can trade Apex, Take Profit Trader, Bullnox, Lucid. You know, all the top prop firms use Rhythmic. Okay, so that's there. Ooh, we got a little micro pullback right here on a 5 minute. Are we finally going to get a break? We got 96.85. We got negative delta right there, but man, I don't know. We're right here. Are we finally going to get a break? What are we doing? My man, what are we doing? You know, I just got an idea. Here, I just got an idea. Let's go into the indicators. Let's go to the big trades. Let's come over here. Let's do 50 single order contracts. Single order. Aggregated. Wait a minute. It's not going to work. That's right. It's not going to work because this is not an order flow chart. I'm not reading the tick data on these regular charts. Can't, I can't. I need to separate the indicators. So when you do the indicators, what's going to happen next? We have some absorption up here. You had a buy imbalance. You had 113 positive delta. You got a buy imbalance right there. But then we closed below it. That's absorption for the buyers up there at the top. The buyers got absorbed. Bam. Don't need no heat map to tell me that. I had the 7-day trial, but the order flow doesn't work for me. Will this work on a premium account? I don't have premium accounts. What do you mean the order flow is not working? What's not working? What or because uh are you on are you using Rhythmic, Trade of 8? I have the 7 day, but the order flow doesn't work for me. Can you take some screenshots of your settings? What instrument you're trading? Just send it to the support email. What instrument are you trading? Rhythmic, yes. Okay. You trading ESNQ? So you're able to install it. Are you seeing in the order flow bar menu? Did you click on pulse chart? If you go to the let me- did you look up look did you look at it's like 17 minutes long. Did you look at the let's see, go to orderflowbars.com, go to your profile. When you go to profile and you click on education, when you come here and you're on your profile page and you go to education, order flow pulse install and configuration. Okay. If you watch that, everything should be good for you. Let me close down. Thank you. I'm with Kelsey on this one. It's not as good as a ham sandwich, uh, or grilled cheese and ham. Uh, yeah. Order flow profile doesn't work, but the pulse chart works. Oh, what do you mean? Order flow profile. You are you talking about the profile on the right here? On the right here? Make sure that session is on RTH. Make sure session is on RTH. And then click save and apply. And it should fill it in. Man, I can't wait till I get my platform released because then all this stuff is going to be going away with people having problems. Um, all of this is going to be going away. Make sure you have RTH session open. We got a sell and balance. We got a negative candle, 200 delta, 6% negative. You got to be careful. We're in the chop zone, so I really wouldn't be taking stuff like that. It's kind of like not not a good trade, to be quite honest. When is it coming out? Hopefully next month. Hey, look at it, Kelsey. I'm eating this too. Look at it. It is. It's good for you. Uh, yeah. Um, So if you go here to like overnight, make sure that overnight is, I mean, when you click save and apply, see overnight, is it just the profile, the volume profile that's not showing? You got to make sure that the sessions are checked to RTH for real time trading hours and click save and apply. And you see how it flipped over? Quiet. Previous 5 minutes, 12,000 volume, but we've got, this is just not, yeah, it's just not good. Um, oh, huh, here's another thing. Make sure that session is RTH. You see these little check boxes, show volume profile, show delta profile. You got to make sure those are checked. If those aren't checked and you click save and apply, it's not going to show. Make sure you click on settings, show volume profile, RTH hours, click save and apply, and it shows you the volume profile. If you click on settings, show delta profile, click save and apply, that'll show you the profile of the delta. Go back to settings, show large volume profile. If we click on that, that right there, that profile shows you all the large buying and selling. Like most of the large buying and selling has been down in this area right up in here, as you can see right here. We're kind of like in the no area up in here. We have some large buyers up here, but we're kind of, the buyers, there's none interested in this whole area. We got this one big buyer right here. That's that yellow bar. Yeah. Here, let me, here's my settings. Show price line. I have that checked. Show level 2 data. Bid and ask. The heat map I disabled. I was having problems with it. And you, in these different settings, if you go to 1 minute, that can be different. Like 1 minute is not showing the profile. If I go to range bars, when you open up, whatever mode that you have chosen. You just have to have that save. That's not gonna. 371 aggregated, selling 370. So you got some buyers and sellers kind of battling it out right here. I'd stay away. Let the big dogs fight it out. And then this Delta persistence, that configuration video goes over all this. It's like 17 minutes long. Yeah. Yeah, so right now I have overnight and RTH. I do need to do both. To do move, range tick settings. Oh, okay. Uh, Session settings. Add both. RTH, ETH. RTH plus ETH. Real-time trading hours, electronic trading hours. That's what RTH, ETH is. Real-time trading hours, electronic trading hours. Uh, ah, yeah, I could possibly add that tonight. I can add that tonight. Adding both will be pretty easy because, well, for one, I got the data, so it's pretty easy to add. That's not a problem. Yeah, this breakout, man. Look at this. No breakout for me. That's why I just didn't like it, man. There really wasn't no volume in there. Yeah, I'll go ahead and add that when you get an update because I'm going away this weekend, but I'm taking my laptop with me, so I'll get everything set up. And when I get back Monday night, it'll probably be late. So if I don't get it out like by midnight Monday, just check Tuesday by 8 o'clock in the morning. There should be an update of 1.3.1. So the settings window is going to look a lot better. The settings window you are looking at is probably all friggin' just thrown together. Because that's how I write code. I'm telling you, I just throw stuff together, get it working, and then make it look good afterwards. And then in software development, because I worked for Booz Allen Hamilton, that was my last contractor down in DC. Uh, I worked for them for like 5 years. There is a difference between the trial and the paid premium plan. No, no, nope, not at all. Not at all. The That's what I was wondering. The premium plan, no. The only difference is that you pay either monthly, 3 months, 6 months, yearly. No, the free trial is you get everything. Everything's unlocked. I ain't doing everything's unlocked. Um, I will admit, if you're a new trader coming into a settings window like this, show price line, show level 2, show volume profile, delta profile, large volume profile. Only my platform has that large volume profile. Um, this just shows you where the large trades are. Show delta persistent signals. Most people don't even know what that is. I got the video that explains all that. When you start coming into these areas like this, like big trades, that's pretty self-explanatory. Stacked imbalances, tick merging. Some people don't know what tick merging is. I mean, I've been trading for 10 years, so it's kind of like, it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of obvious for me. Uh, and it's not obvious for everybody. That's probably why I need to really sit down and probably do a detailed video of each of these settings and values. And some people say, well, the bubbles are not working. Well, that's probably because they're set either too high, because right now there's nothing going on. Uh, I mean, they're showing on the 5 minute. Uh, Here, let me finish. The settings are different. You have add-ons that I don't have experience with. Yeah. Well, I've been trading order flow. I've been trading for 10 years. I've been trading order flow for quite a few years. So a lot of this is just second nature to me. Um, I would watch that 17-minute configuration video. Uh, I mean, I know a lot of people, this large volume profile, I don't think there's another platform that has a histogram, a profile over to the right that shows you the large single order contracts aggregated. So the delta persistent signals, that's just something that I'm not even showing that. Yeah, I'm not even showing that. I haven't even coded that on my own personal platform yet. And I wouldn't say personal platform because it's getting released. Everybody's going to have it eventually. I just need to pass rhythmic multi-user compliance. I passed the compliance issue stuff with rhythmic. And they said, okay, we're going to open it up so you can build out the platform and only you can trade. So I'm the only one that can use it right now. Uh, and the connection, when you go to connections, you just go to rhythmic, connect this system, Apex connected. Uh, but once a multi-user stuff is done, then I can start having people test it out. And it's going to be a little bit more user-friendly than this. We're coming right down to the VWAP. Again, look at this. This is not a day that you really want to be trading. I mean, I guarantee you, if I look at a profile chart, this is just going to be a day. It's just, again, if I just look at RTH, real-time trading hours, yeah, look at this. Yeah, look at this. So today, kind of opened up, we just kind of, this is forming a B-shape day. What I said earlier, B-shape, a B with the distribution of volume. You see a B is shaped like this. That's a B. That's usually bearish. And the reason that is, whoops, clear that. Reason that is because you had all the volume down in this area. Distribution of volume is all down in here, okay? We opened up here, but we had look at this, light delta, light volume right up in here, okay? This is why it's a B shape. You have look at No volume right there. None right there. All the distribution of volume is right down in here. Granted, this is because of the stinking news. Uh, but yeah, it's a B shape. That's bearish. If we break the lows tomorrow of this is probably have a nice sell off. Of course, you really don't know. They could rip your face off on this one. Yeah, I need to get my auto trader working for sells. Um, because you had a nice red candle. The problem is you had a sell and bounce right here. So you can get in here, take your profits down in here. Once you start seeing a sell off and it starts bouncing up right here, you want to cut your profits. So if you get in like right here, take your profits down here, it's like $125. Okay. Uh, it's 12.25. You really don't want to be trading, to be quite honest. Plus, you're kind of flatlining. If you do if you want to trade on days like this, my honest opinion, downsize. Just downsize. If you're trading one micro, go to. I mean, if you're trading one mini, go to 5 micros. Just downsize. See, we had a sell and bounce right here, and we had a sell and bounce. So you had a sell and bounce here, you had a sell and bounce here, and then once you broke that, you kind of traded down, and then you come in here, you get stuff about 150, $175. Uh, yeah, I mean, 5 minute red candle, red delta, red percentage. Okay, three red. That's what you need right here. You need the candle and the delta percentage to be red. All three need to be red, and you take the sell and bounce right here, or you can take this sell and bounce here and just get your profits. It's very simple trading plan. But the main thing is you really got to be looking at the overall context of the market. And right now it's in a massive consolidation. Okay, massive consolidation. If you look at this is why the volume ran up here. It was light volume up in here, and then this is where all the distribution of volume is right here. That's why this looks like a B shape on the profile. If all this starts, if all that starts making sense. Here, I'll be right back. Alrighty. Uh, I think it's Visa, Visa 115. Did you get straightened out? I think that video will really help you. How this auto trader works, Once I have it for shorts, I need to do it for shorts. But this auto trader, you have the range scalper on. Basically, I have the ratio set to 3 and 2. Um, and I think the stacked and balance is set to 3 and 2 here. Yeah, it's set to 3 and 2. So what the range scalper will do, and this is going to be released on my platform, so it will automatically take trades like this. So you just turn it on. Uh, it will look for sell imbalances right here, and the moving averages are sloping down, and the 5 minute is red, red candle, red delta, red, 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 red. And then it will enter the trade here. Once it starts traveling down, once we start getting above this area right here, it will exit the trade. So that would have been roughly about $125 profit for the range scalper. I'm going to have that on my personal no, I keep saying personal. I will have that on my trading platform. Uh, we got a lot of sellers up in here, man. Got more buyers than sellers because if you look right here, you got some sellers right here, but you got pretty large buyers right there. What I would like to do is have kind of like down at the bottom, have a total of the sellers, total of the buyers, and the delta difference of all the large buyers and sellers. Um, yeah. Yeah, Bezo 115. I don't know when you got the free trial, but hey, if the free if you don't get all sorted out, just send me an email. Okay, send me a support email. Send me a screenshot of your settings, screenshot of your charts, screenshot of your settings. Uh, if you don't get straightened out, send me the email with all that, and I'll just extend the free trial. Okay, I'll extend it for like another few days or a week, and then you can uh, learn the settings. Uh, yeah, this is just awful consolidation day. This is an awful consolidation day, man. Look at this. This is horrendous, man. This is a 5 minute chart. Look at this. Actually, let's go. I mean, you see this whole area? Whoops. See this whole area right here? Yeah. That is just all. Look at that. All right, here, hold on. I gotta go get my tea. Oh, you got it? All right. Yeah, this has just been an awful day, man. Holy smokes. Yeah, this has just been pretty non-eventful day, to be quite honest. For me, I haven't really been able. It's hard for me to stream and focus on trading. Uh, yeah, B's 115. Just send me an email. If you don't get it figured out, we'll get it all figured out. We'll get you all set up. Um, If I have to extend the license key for you for another 3 to 4 days, that's fine. I don't care. I'll just have to go onto the database and just manually edit the date. Man, that is just really hard to take. This right here. This one right here, that buy and balance, but you got these moving average that are still kind of flatlining. This one was better because the moving averages are starting to slope upwards. But we're in like a big range bound day, plus you're right off of the point of control area. You had some large buyers here, so that was some nice backing right there. But if you did get in here and you're already up here, yeah, because it's a very short range day, you really have got to be taking your, I mean, that's like $50. It's like nothing. I mean, two contracts, it's like $100. I mean, yeah, it does add up. That's for sure. Uh, you just got to be aware that you're right in the middle of a stinking range. I'm going to go get my tea. Yeah, like I said, you're in the middle of a stinking range. Yeah, this is just not conducive to good trading when you're in an environment like this. Well, we had news. I mean, this pop right here, that was news. Then we sold off. And then we're just here, here. We're just in the middle. Whoops. Look at it. Wow, look at that. Look at that. From like 6:30 to now, it's just been like this. Man. And Friday, tomorrow could be worse. Who knows? It could be worse because Monday is a holiday, Memorial Day. So, I mean, markets close, it could be pretty bad. I mean, I'll be on tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, talking about options, I used to trade options years ago before I got into futures trading because I traded during the, financial collapse of 2008 is when I started trading. I traded options on stocks, but what I would like to do is on the platform that I'm building out, like this right here, this platform I'm building out. What I would like to do is actually have an area of all the options, not be able to options trade. That's a whole new beast. I might be able to do that maybe in about a year or two on the platform because I do plan on taking this to stock trading as well. Um, I want an area where it, and I need an API system. I need to be able to do this. Is to be able to get all of the options, uh, volume of like all the puts and calls and stuff like that on like the SPY and the Qs and stuff. Also, there's another style of trading I really want to go over. It's extremely profitable, at least for me, it was. And that is spread. That's spread trading. Uh, like let's say you have the NQ that moves up, and you got the ES that's just kind of barely moving. So normally the ES and NQ are correlated. ESYM, they're kind of correlated. They kind of like stay together. Like something might happen in the NQ, like news on the tech stocks, and it runs up like this. And you might have like a 3%, let's say roughly a 3% uh, deviation. Okay, you have like 3%. Where the Nasdaq just ran up and the ES just kind of just kind of flatlining or slowly trickling up. What you can do, this will be the ES, this will be the NQ. What you can do, because they will come back into the correlation, is that you can short the NQ and go long the ES. So when they actually come back into correlation again, let's say it takes them a while to come back into correlation, and they come back into correlation. Well, you might lose money on the ES. So you might lose money on ES, but the NQ that you shorted, you will be positive. So your difference would be your profits. Okay, right? Your profits up in here when you close out the trade. The thing is, when you do this style of trading, and I did this for a while, you have to get the notional values of the NQ and the ES correct. Because the ES is at 74.31 and the NQ is like, I don't know, 29. Let's say 30,000. Okay. Let's say ES is 8,000, NQ is 30,000. The notional values, and if you don't understand notional value, go to the CME group and understand. I'm going to put out a whole video on this. And I've ran the numbers uh, for long term. You know, what's the biggest deviation of the NQ, the spread from like the ES to the NQ to the ES on like past 2 years, and then it'll give you like the largest one might be, I don't know, 5%. Okay. Well, the thing is, when you get into the trade here, let's say you sell the NQ and buy the ES here, and it keeps spreading across, well, you're going to be losing money. But then when you put on another leg, sell the NQ, buy the ES, you might sell one NQ, buy 2 or 3 ES. You got to have the notional values the same. Okay. And I wrote a program to tell me all of this, like how many micros or how many minis, how many micros that I would have to buy to get the notional value as close as possible. And then when they come back in correlation, let's say you're making a profit here, you can cut one of the legs, and when it comes back in, then you can cut the rest of the trade. And you might lose money on one, make money on another one. Sometimes you actually can make money on both. Okay. But that's spread trading. It's very advanced, and also you can't really be doing. I've tried to do it with these prop firms like intraday trade. It doesn't work. I've tried it. It's hard, and then it really doesn't work. But you have to do it on a personal trading account, which I do. But my platform that I'm developing is going to have a section for that. It's spread trading. You have to understand, you really have to have a deep understanding of futures, of the contracts, the ES and the NQ and the YM, all three of them. You really need to know all three of them. You need to know how to get the notional value for them. I mean, you really have to have a deep understanding of the futures that you're trading in order to do that style of trading. All right. Again, you got buy and balance. Buy and balance, the moving averages are separating. You got a green candle, green delta, 12% positive. You get in here, man, look at this. But you got them sellers right there that could probably smack you down. Not an ideal. Well, it's not ideal to begin with because of the type of environment we're in today. But if you're not in an environment like this getting chopped up, if you're not in an environment like this, and let's say this was just slowly just grinding up, stuff like this pays off big. But when you're in chop days like this, like valid signal, okay, valid signal, because you had a green candle, green delta, green percent, valid signal, but you had them sellers right there and you just got smacked down. But you have to understand what type of environment that you're in. This right here, again, nice big range day. And we're trying to take a trade right in the middle. That's not a good deal. And if you do try to take trades like that, you got to be quick, man. You got to get in here. Once you start breaking this and you get up here, you got to move to at least maybe a 2 ticks to get yourself maybe $25, pay for commissions and slippage and see if you can get a pop. I mean, I've done that a couple of times today. And I ain't got no pop. It's better than taking a stinking full stop out. Better than getting in here and taking a full stop out right here. You start moving up, like, okay, I'm just going to do it to like maybe 1 tick, break even plus 1 tick. At least pay for the commissions and slippage or 2 ticks. Maybe get maybe just pay for it, try to get a pop. But again, you got to be careful with this because, like I said, you got them sellers right there. And you're in the range. And look at this VWAP right here. Look at that. Volume weighted average price. That thing is like just completely. That's like, really? No. No, 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 no. I will have to be leaving there pretty soon. Uh, yeah, once she's done. Also, here's another thing. If you're new to trading and new to this style of trading, what I would suggest, take all this off. Take that off. Yeah. So the range bars on the on the NQ, non-volatile, I use 32 range bars. Since it's volatile, you can go to 36, 40 range bar, possibly 40 range bar. On the ES, because it's a thickly traded market, my range ticks are 6. Okay, so I have it set to 6. My range bars are set to 6. Sometimes I have it to 8. But I found 6 to be pretty decent. And I do 1 order. Bubble mode is 1 order, 50 contracts. That seems to be pretty decent. You can go less. That is really going to change. And then the imbalance is set to 4 and 2. The reason I have it set to 4 and 2 is because of the environment we're in. If you set it to 3, you're going to get a lot more signals, and they could be quality. They could not be quality. Like this one's a pretty nice one. I mean, you're not going to get that. That was like news or something, but you're going to get more signals. This buying balance I wouldn't take because you're below that. Plus, you got this selling balance right up in this area right here. You know, it's just been a pretty daggone crappy day. I wouldn't take that selling balance because we're moving up, but I would probably possibly take this buying balance, and you got a nice little trade off of there. You probably got yourself about 100, 100 and a quarter, a couple contracts, $200, $300. I'm using a 6 range bar. And the yellow and blue line, okay, you do not have this. You possibly just have this bar, just the blue one. Because I'm on version 131. This is a slow and fast order flow bar moving average. It's my custom moving average that I developed. Basically, what it is that it takes a Heikin-Ashi data, Heikin-Ashi candle. It takes Heikin-Ashi data, which Heikin-Ashi stands for average bar in Japanese. And it takes a certain period of that, and it smooths it out with an exponential moving average. And you get these. Basically, what you possibly could do is just use a non-EMA, just like the rest of the scalpers out there. All right. This is my custom platform. This is my platform I'm building. Okay. I got the order flow bar moving averages right here. Okay, period set to 2 and 3. This one's set to 4 and 5. The 4 for a Heikin-Ashi period and then smoothed out with a 5 exponential moving average. That's basically those bars right here. Let's go ahead and add another indicator here. Let's add exponential moving average. Boom. We'll add an exponential moving average. Now come up here and go to exponential moving average. What color do I want it? Let's just do kind of like a white, just to be. Let's go to 9 period. Okay, and we'll click apply. You see how pretty daggone close that is? That is an exponential moving average. That's just a 9 exponential moving average. A lot of these moving averages are kind of pretty daggone close together. That's a small range, about 1.5 points. Yeah. Within 1.5 points. Like this right here might be a small range because look at this. Here, let's take this out. That might be a small range, but you get a sell and bounce right here, and then you buy right here, and then you sell right here, and then you cover right here. That's a small range. Daggone it. That's like $125. I say you make $100. I know a lot of people would be like, oh, well, you can make $300-400 on the NQ with 1 mini. Yes. It's a lot more volatile. And the ES is a thickly traded market. So you can trade 2 or 3 minis compared to 1 NQ for the same risk reward ratio, basically. So now that might be $100. But let's say you're trading 2 minis. Let's say you got $1.25. Well, that's $250. Okay. So you got 1 decent trade. Okay. Let's say you got this one here. That one's probably $100 on 2 minis. So now you're up like $450 on 2 trades. So even though it's a short range, what I'm looking for is high quality scalps and put the odds in my favor. Right now, the odds are not in your favor, to be quite honest, because it's a friggin' crap day. I mean, look at this. We just been ranging all stinking day, man. All stinking day on these short, low ranges, but yet you can scalp your living crap out of these ranges on like a 6 to 8 tick range. Not a problem. Let's say we go to even an 8 range bar. So now it's an 8 range bar. Same concept. 5-minute green, delta percentage green. All 3 need to be green. Okay. Let's say you took this right up in here. Okay. Well, that right there maybe netted you $100, $75. Okay. All these little scalps will add up. Okay. Maybe you took this one right here. Got yourself $100. I mean, like $200-300. Before you know it, you're having like an $800,000 day. Okay, maybe on a trend day, you get a nice trend day. I wouldn't take that because the order flow bar moving averages are separated. You got to be careful about taking this stuff. You really got to look at the 5-minute and see what's going on with the 5-minute. Okay. It's kind of hard to. I need to find out where I was on the 5-minute, to be quite honest. But let's say you just missed this whole move right here, and you only got this one right here. So you get in here, you cut it right here. Okay. Well, that's like maybe that's $75. Maybe $125, $150. I mean, all this starts adding up. When you start doing a handful of trades, before you know it, you're doing like $7,500, $125 trades. because the way that I get in and get out is, let's say I get in here, the high here, and then the high here, you just cut the trade. Or if you're coming way down here and you start seeing absorption and this delta is starting to stabilize, just cut the stinking trade, man. It's very simple. Maybe you take this one right here, put your stop up here. So let's say your stop's at $100 and you come down here and you get yourself maybe a $200 trade. Maybe you got in 2 minis. That's a $400 trade. Even though people, and I know a lot of people, see, the thing about this, and once I started trading range bars, I can't remember who basically showed me this. Someone showed me this. I can't remember. It was a while back. It was a while back. Okay, it was a while back. Maybe you go 3 and 3, click save and apply. Now it's 3 and 3. You got to play with these numbers and get the feel for how you like to do this. I can't remember who showed me how to scalp range bars. But the thing about a range bar is everybody wants to trade a 1 minute. Fine, trade a 1 minute. Actually, trading a 1 minute, very profitable. But a range bar, you see, a 1 minute could run. Like a 1 minute, you might be getting a signal down here, but on the range bar, you're looking at about like 2 point moves on on an 8 range bar. You're looking about 2 point moves. You could sit there and have a spinning top for two consecutive 1 minutes for 2 minutes and get nowhere. On the range bar, you'll know you're just sitting there. I know a lot of people don't like tick bars, range bars, uh, but they're very highly profitable once you start learning how to use them. And here's the thing: you already know how much your risk reward is, how much your risk is. When you get into a trade, if you're breaking the low right there, and your stops are right there, you already know it's thinking an 8 range. So you already know that you're going to be like how much money, what your stop is on every single stinking trade. Because the ES is a thickly traded market, it adheres to order flow better. It adheres to stacked imbalances better. A lot of these YouTubers and stuff, they trade the NQ because, well, for one, they're just following everybody else, and another thing is it's volatile, it's sexy. I mean, yeah, okay, big deal. Who friggin' cares? I'm gonna tell you something. I'd rather, except for the bond market. I tried to trade the bond market. I fell asleep at my desk. I can't trade that. Okay, the ES, people call it slow and boring. I could care less, man. I will sit there and scalp the living crap out of 150 here and there. Scalp the living crap out of it. A handful of trades is a good day. 6 figure income. Trade the NQ, pass an eval in one day. Who cares? Take the ES, pass it in about a week. Who cares? You know, unless you're a prop farming degenerate, I would highly recommend the ES. Get consistent. If you want to be a prop farming degenerate, go trade the NQ. Blow about 5 or 6 evals, pass one or two of them, and keep doing that. And good luck trading a personal account. All right. I gotta shut it down. It's 1 o'clock. You shouldn't be trading. I'm green on my funded account. I'm break even on my Apex. I took a big hit because user error. With my auto trader, I interfered with it and I lost me some money. Then I made it back scalping ES on the short range bars. So next week should be pretty good. So I will be back at it tomorrow at 9:15 tomorrow. We'll go over the market. We'll go over the market levels tomorrow. We'll go over the market levels and see where we're at. We'll go over the market levels and see where we're at. Uh, Here, let me disconnect, close this out. I don't care if you saw my username. If you think you can hack it, go right ahead. Um, Let me close that down. All right. So that's all I have. I'll be back at it again at 9:15 tomorrow. I'm not streaming until the close because I have to go take the kids somewhere. So the wife, the kid, and me, we have to go somewhere. Uh, so I will. I gotta shut it down because I gotta go. But I'll be back at it tomorrow. Tomorrow, 9:15. Get the free trial. It's good for a whole week. If you have any problems setting it up, send me an email. The support emails on your profile. Send me an email. If you have any questions, send me an email. But make sure you watch the install and configuration video. It's 17 minutes long, but it will cover a lot. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow at 9:15. We'll go over the markets.